Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of Syberia. Last time out, we were exploring this factory in this mine, and we've come across a thoroughly unusual individual. We have been exploring the dark place, and this individual has turned this factory into a shrine to an opera singer of his fancy. Unfortunately, the opera singer appears to perhaps have been long since deceased. Now, before we go back and try and argue that point with him, let's go and check out this door, although I rather suspect that this door might well be... yeah, it's the entrance to the platform. Okay, good. Well, this has wrapped us round, and it means we don't actually have a huge amount else to explore. So it's either going to be this chap or it's going to be Oscar that's going to be helping us out, but maybe we can argue the toss with this guy. Is there another path over here? Hard to say, because it would literally just be over in that direction. But let's go and discuss with the chap. Oh, do you know what? No, we do have another path here, which we just can't activate yet.
Seems this monorail is controlled from somewhere else.
Monorail controlled from elsewhere, you say? What's it called? Monorail?
Listen, obviously all this has been just one big misunderstanding. So you're going to give me Oscar's hands back, and we are going to get out of your city immediately.
Out of the question. I must have these hands. That is all.
Interesting. We have no new dialogue options, given the letters that we read.
I'm sorry, I can't make heads or tails out of your story at all. Without my engineers...
Everything I have designed. All that I have...
But who is she?
Helena.
No, we know who he's talking about.
And you... Well, I guess I'm going...
I have no idea.
Okay.
Please, excuse...
So
maybe we can discuss with Oscar now. Perhaps. Now the thing is, the hands are just attached to this pianist over here. So can we steal them and just make off with them, do you reckon? Now, we've been down the mine, and the mine's kind of got nothing else in there for us. So there's not... yeah, there isn't really a huge amount else to explore in this location. Yeah, they're sort of riveted down, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see much we can interact with here. Okay. Let's see if Oscar has an opinion on this situation. I feel like I also want to just sort of try out this path. Yeah, no, that's nothing. That's nothing. Same path. Okay, Oscar. What would you suggest, my friend? Would you suggest I just pick up this shovel and just, you know, just go nuts? He doesn't look that strong. Just go for it, man. Get those hands back.
How are you, Oscar?
Apart from the fact that I am incapable of drinking a cup of tea, of reading the paper,
You shouldn't be drinking
scratching my
tea.
nose, or even of adjusting my spectacles, everything is fine. Thank you for asking, Kate Walker.
Okay.
Oscar, we can only carry on our journey by train if we get your hands back. And the only way to get your hands back is to accept the director's offer.
You mean bring back this singer Helena Romansky? Oh dear. And what else will we need to do to get the hands back?
Always ready with the precise euphemism. If it puts your mind at rest, Oscar, I absolutely do not need your help this time. Just take care of yourself while I'm away.
That's a request I'm happy to obey, Kate Walker.
Take a note, Oscar. Not breaking down in this hellhole? Good idea.
How many times must I inform you, Kate Walker? This is not a mechanical failure. Winding the spring mechanism is standard service procedure.
Always ready with the precise euphemism.
An engineer also prides himself on precision in such matters.
Right. I'm done. Take care of yourself, Oscar.
Good luck,
Right.
Kate Walker. And don't forget me.
I mean, the guy's got pretty thick welding glasses on. Do you reckon we could nab an outfit and just pretend to be Helena ourselves? Like, what do you reckon Kate's singing voice is like? Let's head back into the... Well, do you know what? We got a spark plug. But... we got a spark plug from that room up the top, and we could look through two windows, but there was a door that was locked. Which is weird, right? Because that door would be up against this wall. So where's the room that we were in? Oh no, that's an elevator. Yeah, fine, we don't need to worry about that. Okay, back we go. I think maybe check out the shrine further. But... so there's a thing about the monorail being controlled from elsewhere. This, do you know what, actually? Before we go in there, look, these sections here look very much like the sections out the front of the building, don't they? So if that's all part of a single monorail, maybe there is a thing where we're like extending a bridge or something. Okay, we're looking for stuff. We're looking for things. Stuff and things. Do you know what? Oh, no, well, we've got the letters, don't we? And we have the press cuts. Are we supposed to be giving those? Do we present those back? Like, as if they're items? Maybe. It doesn't look like there's anything else in the shrine. No, can't give those to him. No, and it's not letters to Helena either. Well, none of these are going to be important, right? It's kind of interesting because it sort of looks like we should be able to... Ah, consult and take. Yeah, it's not going to be any of those.
Listen, obviously all this has been just one big...
Out of the question.
Please, excuse me.
So be...
Listen,
Out of the...
you mentioned an automaton.
I pieced it.
Your passion.
No.
And
Yeah, okay, we've heard this before.
Please,
So be...
Tricky. I mean, obviously he's seen these press cuts before.
It seems this monorail is controlled from somewhere else.
I mean, we can try and go back into the other room that's accessible from the outside. And if we look through the windows, will we be able to see very much? I mean, now that we've got sort of additional context of what we're looking at, there might be something we can consider. Let's have a little look. So we basically just need to take the giant statue and move him over. One. I keep waking up my my thing down here because I'm looking at the baby monitor right now. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that whilst we're playing, because Bebe has been just a little bit unsettled this evening. Okay.
I don't need to do that again.
Don't need to do that again. Okay. So this, I think, is the monorail track? Maybe? Look, there's cables all coming out. Like, do you reckon these cables coming out here are anything to do with anything? I mean, we've also got a screwdriver as well, which we've used. There's a floor panel which sort of looks loose. Interesting. So where are we looking here? Because we've not really seen that before, have we? That's where the shrine would be, I suppose. Oh, yes. Sorry, no. Yeah, that's the monorail. So we've been on that platform before. Fine.
I can't go that way.
This is just a simple you can't go that way. Not that it's locked, you literally just can't go that way. And here, It's just pipes, but that's the elevator we come out of. So I don't see any massively kind of, that's where that switch is kind of things, you know? It's weird that there's a handprint on the glass over here. It's weird that there's a valve on this pipe right up in the air, which would basically be totally inaccessible. Yeah, and we see nothing here. This one's a weird one, isn't it? This is a weird one. Yeah, I don't see anything else here. This is kind of the opposite problem of Barrackstad, right? Because in Barrackstad you have a glut of people who you need to go and talk to. Here it almost feels like you don't have enough people that you can ask the opinions of. You know? Well, there's nothing back there. So the monorail's controlled from elsewhere. Tricky. I mean, certainly we can go back in the mines and make sure we haven't missed anything there. Like, we want to make sure we don't miss any paths, right? Like, do the mines serve any purpose except to be a way into the building? You know, why does it let you... Why does it...
I don't want to touch it, in case I break it.
In case I break it. So you can zoom in on the automaton... Oh, hang on.
That looks like a ventilation duct. That looks like a ventilation duct.
I mean, that's really...
That looks like a ventilation duct.
Insightful, Kate, but... What are you giving me here? What are you giving me? Tell you what, the hints definitely get vaguer as you go through this game, don't they? To be fair, the geometry of this mine doesn't work anyway. Because you... Oh, oh no, maybe it does. Maybe it does. So we're walking towards the building here. Wait, why can't I use that? Why can't I use that to call the elevator down? That's weird, isn't it? Won't let me use it. Huh, whoops. Okay, now I can. That's so strange. Okay, so pausing and unpausing sometimes does you a little reset there, I guess. Yeah, there's fencing all the way around here. So, Kate's looking in that direction. So that would imply that the tunnel is this way along the floor. Which is... can't be correct. I don't know. Maybe the... I guess it could be correct if the elevator has two entrances, which we just can't see from the angle we're looking at it from. Oh no, I accidentally clicked out of the game window. Shoot, hang on. Oh no, I've broken it. I've broken it. Oh, this is one of the most frustrating things about playing games that can't be played in windowed mode. Because I've got to be running my screen capture software over here at the same time as I'm running the game over here. If I accidentally click too far over, it will minimize the game, and this game in particular is super buggy when it comes to clicking outside the game area and then back into it. So we're going to need to do a little bit of a reload. Thankfully, I don't think we've made much progress yet, so be right back. So we're loading right back into where we started because, to be honest, I don't think we actually did anything of note in the first 20 minutes of the episode. So I think we're okay. I think we just mostly wandered around. If I'm now going to have missed something, do let me know. But I don't think we picked anything up or anything. So this is where we picked up the screwdriver, was just here. But there really is nothing here, yeah? Can't interact with this at all. All we've seen is we've seen a ventilation duct, which is towards the other end of the mine. And we've got these papers. I wonder if we can give the papers to Oscar and see what Oscar makes of them. Because we spoke to Oscar, of course, but all Oscar's said is like, well, what can we do? We're basically helpless. Basically hopeless. Now it appears... Now there is a use icon which we cannot use on the chap in the glasses, but no, can't. Yeah, well, it's the same that we have with Oscar. That doesn't mean that you have to do this to solve the puzzle, though. Yeah, because when you Because when you hover over him regularly, it's just a regular... Oh! What this?
No point weighing myself down. No point weighing myself down.
Well, I don't know, Kate. There might be a point to it. Why do you think there's no point weighing yourself down? Okay. Well, we won't worry about it too hard. Don't think we need to talk to Oscar again right now. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should just do all of the
You know, Oscar,
let's do all of the
some
options.
of my reactions here surprise even myself. I didn't think I was capable of all this.
Indeed, I admire you greatly for your achievements, Kate Walker.
Oh man,
That's sweet,
the
Oscar.
glazing is
A
hard.
simple expression of a logical conclusion based on recorded data.
Yeah, you're a real
Oscar,
sweetheart,
we can only
Oscar.
carry on our journey by train if we get your hands back. And the only way to get your hands back is to accept the director's offer.
You mean bring back this singer Helena Romansky? Oh dear. And what else will we need to do to get the hands back?
Always ready with the precise euphemism. This whole business is taking me out of my way. I'm beginning to wonder if I shouldn't just go back to New York and say that Hans Vorarlberg is dead.
Hans Vorarlberg.
I mean, he clearly doesn't
Do you
want
have
to
some
be
new
found.
information you have not shared with me?
No, it was just a convenient hypothesis.
Kate Walker, you mean you are ready to lie?
No.
I am deeply shocked. I thought that you were a sincere and honest person.
Do you ever have a moment's weakness, Oscar?
No,
Never,
he has a
Kate
heart
Walker.
made of metal.
Discouragement does not feature in my behavior options.
You're right, Oscar. We will find Hans and find him alive. That much I do believe.
That's much more like it, Kate Walker.
Right,
We've already asked
I'm
him
done.
about the train.
Good luck, Kate.
Don't forget. How could we forget you, Oscar? How could we forget you? Ah. Ta, 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 ta.
And if I were to watch one of those cylinders again?
Don't think any of the cylinders are going to help me here, and I don't think taking the mammoth is going to do anything. Well, this is a really tricky one. I'm genuinely a bit stumped here. So, okay, we've got a ventilation. The only things we kind of have is we've got papers saying, look, Helena, not going to be turning up, right? Like, clearly not. But we don't have a conversation option to really be able to bring that up. These probably lead to the ventilation, right? I don't know. Exhausting all the final possibilities, maybe we go back to the guy and we literally just try every combination option, every conversation option, just to make sure we're not supposed to, like, ask him about the train randomly or something like that, you know? Like, maybe one of the conversation options has changed and just the others haven't. We don't need to pull that.
That looks like a ventilation duct.
So this is going back along the platform, would be the implication then. I mean, the guy's in a control room with a whole bunch of cameras and screens and stuff. Is the fact that the cameras down here are not working relevant? Well, I think let's discuss with him further. I assume the monorail must be being controlled in the control room where he is. We can't get to the controls unless he moves from his chair. You know, none of these controls do anything.
Listen, obviously all this has been just one big misunderstanding.
Out of the question.
Who are you?
Okay.
Sergei Borot.
I didn't choose to stop in your station, but
It is very...
So we've had this before.
like I said, I'm sorry, I can't make heads or
everything I have designed.
but who
Okay,
is
and then
she?
she's
Helena.
like, who is
When I
she?
was
So we've
talking
already
to
had
you.
this one
Sure,
before as well.
Sure.
Yeah, that must have been a happy coincidence for someone around here. So,
I don't know.
Okay.
and you promised that once...
I promise.
Well, I guess I'm...
I have no idea. But for a woman of the world like yourself, finding her should pose no obstacle.
This whole story... And what if I helped you to make some other hands, just for your automaton?
Maybe.
Why should life be complicated when I
No.
already have...
You mentioned
I piece
your
We already
passion-
asked him about this, definitely.
Hans Vorarlberg,
Sure.
my dear.
And
When
then
you stepped on the train, you were...
Everything in...
My
yeah,
train
we've
is
heard this
well,
before.
out of the question. And I forbid you to do so.
Maybe I won't have to. Perhaps we can maybe come to some
Hang on, have we
kind
heard
of
this bit
agreement,
before?
my sweet lady.
I hope so. And fast. When you stepped...
Everything in this city, sweet lady.
My train is not a part of this factory.
Well, as long as your train is
Right,
at this
okay, it can be
station,
requisitioned
out
and
of
used
the
for
que-
industrial
I hope so.
purposes. Yeah, okay, fine.
Please, excuse me.
So be it.
Ah, da. Wow. I think we're a bit stuck, not gonna lie. Like, what have I missed? Have I missed a path somewhere? It really does look like there's someone standing there, doesn't it? But no, there's no path over on this side. There's nothing over here. Yes, we can get up there. That doesn't really help us. This thing here, like... yeah, it's kind of not a thing. Oh, blimey. Do you know what? I think we're going to need to look up a hint. Because I feel pretty stuck right now. I feel pretty stuck. So let's go for a hint. This will be like hint number 2, I think. And we'll be back in just a minute. Once again, I found the answer rather than a hint. But it seems like the answer is you call your mother and she just tells you where Helena is. So Helena might not be dead then,
Hi,
I
Mom.
guess.
Kate! What? Have you seen the time? Why are you phoning me in the middle of the night?
Sorry, Mom. I forgot about the time zones. Did I wake you?
Well, of
You
course
forgot
you woke
about
me up.
nothing,
I was
Kate.
sleeping deeply, too. I've simply got to get my beauty sleep. I've got an absolutely crazy day tomorrow.
I'm sorry, it's just that it's real important and urgent. I haven't got a lot of time.
Well, if it really can't wait till tomorrow, Munchkin, come on, tell your mommy what's up. No way I'm calling Dan for you if that's what you want.
Mom, listen, please. I seem to remember you're seeing a Marovich or something like that at the moment.
No. Malkovich, Munchkin. Frank.
Oh, was that supposed to
Yeah.
be the hint?
So, but he's an opera singer, right?
That's right. They say he has the finest voice of his time, my dear. Imagine that.
Yeah, okay.
That's just great. So then
Totally
he must
did
have known a
not.
famous singer called Helena Romansky. She's Russian too. Please, if you can ask him if...
Listen, honey, if it's stars you're after, Frank knows them all. I'll just wake him up and let him tell you himself.
You mean he's...
Oh, Frank's there. Okay.
Do you know this woman named... Oh, you do? Oh, Kate, listen, you're still there. Frank tells me he did hang out with a Romansky once, but it was platonic. You know those singers. She's a great soprano.
Great. Does he know where she went? Does she still sing? Where does she live?
1 second, Munchkin. Do you know? Oh. Frank says she was very ill and she withdrew from circulation. Really? Oh, what is... Oh, okay. She went to rest in some spa somewhere. He thinks it was called Arlbad, but it was 15 years ago and he's not sure. And well, honey, when Frank wakes up, he always takes a little bit of time to get going, you know.
Thanks a bundle, Mom. And Frank, too. You're both fantastic. Love you both. And thanks again. Catch you later.
Okay. Hey, never mind, right? Don't think we would have gotten that. So the throwaway conversation about Kate's mother doing something or other high society in New York turns out was a clue that we were supposed to remember the content of. Yeah, fair, okay. I can't really complain too hard about that one. I literally just forgot about the conversation.
Hello?
Did I wake you up? I can't sleep at all. This whole business just keeps turning round and round in my head.
What business, mate?
What
I've
business,
got
Dan?
a job to be doing.
Kate, that argument we had. Have
Oh
you
my
forgotten?
word.
I really
Get
need to talk about
over
that
yourself.
Oh, I guess we were both a little high-strung, that's all. But don't sweat it, okay?
again. Yeah, sure. Getting carried away never solves anything, does it? I must say I felt really dumb when I hung up.
Really?
Yeah, I left the door to my office open and I was convinced everybody around heard me.
Oh. I'm so embarrassed, Dan. Please say I'm sorry to your colleagues from me.
It doesn't matter, honey. Promise me that you will never put me in that state again. You're usually so delightful. I have the impression that this journey is putting more than distance between us.
Well, it's true I'm living a whole load of new and amazing experiences.
Okay, I see. And still no Hans Vorarlberg?
No.
Keep me posted. You know how important you are to me. Hurry home, huh?
I'll try. Big hug, Dan.
Wow. Man. Dan. Most hated video game character?
Director?
Maybe.
Ah, it is you, Miss Walker.
Director, I think I know where Helena Romansky is.
My God, you have found Helena? That is fantastic.
From my research, Helena Romansky is living in Arlbad.
Arlbad. Helena Romansky is in Arlbad.
You know the town, then? You know where it is?
Of course. It was a famous spa resort. In its heyday, Arlbad welcomed all the big wigs of the regime. To be granted a stay there was a real honor. Today, the honor has gone, along with all the generals and colonels, all washed away with the sea.
It sounds like a
Huh,
good place if you
okay.
need to take it easy or
The generals and the
convalesce.
colonels got washed away into the
Madame
sea?
Romansky would be happier here. I think she'll prefer the peace and quiet here. the perfect tranquility of our little town.
Heavy metal miasma was the
How can I get to Arrowbad?
was
There
the
is
words
one way
used.
that you can. Here in the city, there are no suitable vehicles left. But that drunk old fool living up there, he'll have something.
What drunken old fool? You mean you're not alone? What's up there?
You mean you haven't noticed the space compound on the plateau? There's still some pathetic old soldier guarding it. But he's more interested these days in reaching for another bottle than reaching for the stars.
Okay.
And you think this gentleman could have a vehicle for me?
I haven't the slightest idea. If you catch him on a good day, then maybe. But good days for him are far and few between. I wish you luck.
How do I get up to the space compound then?
There is a monorail that leads up to the Cosmodrome. When you are
Cosmodrome.
inside, I will
Love
activate
it.
the automatic pilot.
Okay,
Fine.
I'm
Let's
going.
go to the monorail.
Wish me luck.
I am counting on you, Miss Walker.
So, are we actually going to be going and getting Helena and bringing her back here? That's wild. Alright, off we go. Okay, looks like we're over this direction now. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Kate! Oh, that you? How are you?
Olivia, great, just the right person. Look, have you heard of Helena Romansky?
No. Is she some Russian fashion designer?
Close.
No, she's a singer. I'm going to be meeting her soon. I've just got to find a way of reaching Arrowbad. Can you imagine how lucky I am?
Not really. Well, what relation's this singer got with the toy case? You sure you know what you're up to, Kate? You sound really different, like you're changing or something.
Look, it's like this. If I'm going to get to the end of my journey, I've got to link up this singer and the director of the Comkalsgrad Industrial City. Don't worry, I know exactly what I'm doing. Why did you say that I've changed?
I don't know, just an impression. You sound more sure of yourself, like stronger, more confident.
And that's a problem?
There you go. Just takes one word and you're up on your high horse. I'm beginning to see Dan's point of view. It's getting
Oh, don't
harder
take
and harder
Dan's
to back you
side.
up all the time.
What does that
Oh.
mean?
Oh.
Well, it means
With
that
friends like these,
I had a
eh?
drink or two with Dan, because he wants to talk. He feels a bit lonely, you see?
And what's he been telling you?
Nothing. He just has the impression you're slipping away from him. He can't see where you're coming from anymore. Like, we went to the movies the other day, and he said that you would have loved the film, but I told him that...
You mean you're dating my fiancé?
No! No, not dating, Kate. Just propping him up while you're away. All in a good cause. I can keep an eye on him for you at the same time.
What would I do without you?
Oh, you're jealous. Well, that's a good sign. That means you want him. Now, that he'll be pleased to hear.
You seeing each other again soon?
Tomorrow night. He invited me to dinner at the Goldberg. You don't mind, do you, Kate?
No worries. Look, I've got to go, Olivia.
Well,
Take care.
you guys sound perfect for each other. Don't call me. Blocked. Alright, we've got some stairs up there. That appears to be the only path, actually. Right, new conversation option. Bird. Fine. So, couple paths. Up here. Oh, hello, bub.
Doesn't look like that works.
There's a lot of birds, isn't it? Okay, not much going on up here right now at this moment. Okay, let's make our way over this way instead. Quickly, Kate. Well, that looks to be where someone is living. Because there's a little curtain. Oh no, it's a door. Ooh, that's a lot of bottles, isn't it? Someone needs to take out their recycling, clearly. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, not much of anything going on there. Ah, I need a key. Needs a key, needs a key. Okay, hello.
Excuse me. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but you... Can you hear me?
3, 2, 1, contact! And we have liftoff! Oh, holy mother. A dame. A pretty dame on the launch pad.
Please, no need to worry, sir. Just do stay calm. I just want some information.
Watch what you're doing, sweetheart. We ain't got no information, no strategies, no plans to tell anyone, anywhere, anytime. Military regulations, you dig it, man?
This is really interesting, right? So, you know, obviously last episode I was talking about Heart of Darkness and how at every step of the journey, what's the character's name? Conran? I can't remember. But he, the people he comes across are sort of more and more mad as time goes on. I think it kind of fits.
My name's Kate Walker.
I think it kind
I'm
of
a lawyer
fits.
from...
Is
I mean,
this secretly
I'm a bit lost.
a remake
And
of
I guess you
Apocalypse
know this
Now?
place.
Boris Charov, at your service, madam. Can I offer you something from the bar?
No, thank you. Tell me, how long have you been here?
For as long as it took for you to come along, sweet pea. Don't think I've been lonely. I got a bottle or two here. Keep me company?
You're a soldier, aren't you? Ex-cosmonaut?
Hey, honey, that's all in the past. Hell, let's talk about today. Let's have a drink. Now, that's an order, soldier.
Please, can you try and get a grip? I must absolutely find a way out of this industrial complex.
Jeez, me too. I've really got to get out of this dump, but not before I've had a little drink. Here, get your pretty little lips around this. Vodka. Tell me what you think.
Do you have a vehicle to lend me? I think I'd even test one of your rockets right now if I had to.
Toast my rockets. Hey, pretty dame, I'll drink to that. Now, just a minute. We gotta need a special bottle for this special occasion. Something to blow you away. 3, 2, 1, contact, and we have liftoff.
Okay, that's enough.
What was that? Did you say something? Are our female comrades revolting or what? oh, trouble on its way. Bottoms up. Power to the babushkas.
Right.
I heard that maybe you could lend me a vehicle or something?
A vehicle? All our vehicles were picked up and shipped out to the borders years ago. General's orders. I say, Let us raise our glass to this finest soldier this country's ever known, little lady.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not in the mood for a drink right now.
And you'll live to regret it to your dying days, sweetheart. To your health, while you have it.
I don't think this
Does
guy's
the
going to
name
know anything about
Vorarlberg
Hans
mean anything to
Vorarlberg.
you?
Carlsberg.
Carlsberg.
But sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen something like that around here.
Vorarlberg.
Lol, that's
He's
kind
a
of
person.
funny.
I'm looking for him, and I think he might have come by here.
Carlsberg,
a few
for anyone
years
who's
ago.
unaware, is
Well, in
a
that
Danish
case,
lager,
Let us
I
raise our
believe.
glasses to this brave man and his very good health.
I came here by train, but I've got this mechanical problem. I had to leave the train down in the industrial zone. The director down there told me you were here.
Ah, Borodine, that dumb traitor. I tell you, he's gone over to the enemy, over to the dark side. It's terrifying, the darkness. Eating out his brain. The jerk.
That's maybe going a bit far. He is a little eccentric, I'll grant you that.
Really?
But
You're
when
going to
you
go
live
with
on your
eccentric?
own, cut off from the world for so long.
His brain's gone AWOL, I tell you. There's no darkness in my brain. I've got a cure. See? My secret antidote. Go on, have some. It'll stop you getting a cold.
I don't think I'm in a high-risk category, but thanks anyway. So many birds nesting around here. What attracts them all here like that?
Dumb birds. But at least a bird don't get bored, does it? See? They can fly. Them birds, geez, they can fly.
Sounds like you're jealous of them.
Well, maybe you're just right there. Because sometimes I like to let Soyuz loose and watch them circle for hours on ends. The birds, they crap themselves when they see him coming. Don't stop them coming back, though.
Soyuz?
Soyuz, ma'am. A silver angel. A savior who cleans our cosmodrome of them dirty rats with dirty wings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, not sure where he's getting at with Soyuz. Fun bird fact for you, though. Right, are you ready for this one? Because our cosmonaut here, which incidentally, come back to the cosmonaut point in a minute, but fun bird fact for you. Our cosmonaut here was implying that birds fly to entertain themselves. And in fact, certainly at least with birds of prey, that the hawk that we saw on top of that building appeared to be some kind of hawk or eagle or buzzard or something. Birds of prey, they don't fly for very much unless they've got a reason to do so, right? So like they'll fly to hunt, they'll fly to find a mate. They don't really fly for entertainment. And this is why if you are a hawker, you will, or if you breed hawks, you will keep very, very close eye on how much you're feeding them and what their weight is, right? And when you see hawks at various shows, county fairs and things, you might have seen hawkers, they'll make sure that they're being very careful about what the weight of their hawks are before they fly them. Because if a hawk has been fed too much, it won't fly. And it is said to be fed up. And that is the origin of the phrase fed up. When you don't want to do something because you are disinclined to. And birds are disinclined to fly if they've been well fed. So there we go. There's a fact for you. Another fun fact, second fun fact, straight from this conversation as well. Cosmonaut, interestingly enough, the origin of the phrase cosmonaut is a better etymology than what we more commonly use in the West for astronaut, because astronaut, the astro in astronaut, is related to travel between the stars, whereas the cosmo in cosmonaut is more about travelling in space. So, technically speaking, all of our current astronauts are really more accurately cosmonauts than they are astronauts. So there we go. 2 fun facts for you, just out of this conversation alone.
And quick.
You go ahead, soldier. I'll stay here and keep you covered. I got the supplies here. Got to keep an eye on them. Tricky job, too, you know. All these bottles.
Okay.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. He's too drunk to help anyone anyway.
I am not drunk. I have drunk. A little.
He's drunk quite a lot, it seems to me. Let's take this bottle here, because maybe we can trade it with him. If he doesn't realise that, literally that's his own bottle.
Sure, I left a bottle or 2 around here. I gotta get some air. Wall's getting pretty tight. We'll think about that blast off later, huh?
Are you okay, Colonel? Are you sure you're all right?
Yeah.
Oh no, don't fall over.
Be careful. Don't lean out too far or you'll...
Oof. Well, okay. Well, my friends, that's going to wrap us up for this episode. Our horizontal friend here is going to need to wait till next week before we help him up. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye for now.